um. So we're gonna move right along to question number 2, which is
I knew I was not the only one who wanted to laugh at that.
what?
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 Hey,
I missed
Mariah,
it,
I
I
know you
guess.
didn't realize that, don't you? So we're gonna move right along.
So, along to question number 2, guys. Could your
Yeah,
significant
yeah.
other's
Question
family
number 2.
member
This panel got the giggles tonight.
deter you from being with them?
Wait,
Wait, say that
repeat that.
again?
I'm sorry.
Could
Could
your
your significant other's
significant
family
others?
members deter you from being with them?
What?
Hold on a
What?
second.
I keep missing the first part. Sorry.
Significant other.
Could.
So, could your boyfriend slash
I
girlfriend
know what
slash
significant other
life
means.
partner, can their family members deter you
Oh, okay. I
from
got
being
you now.
with
I got
them?
you now. Okay, I
Can
see.
I
I
answer
got you.
this first?
Yeah,
Oh,
go
go
ahead,
ahead,
bro.
King.
Sure.
So I think it depends on the stage of the relationship or marriage. You know, depending on what culture you're from. In the beginning, 100%. Like, if you have a belligerent family that is too easy to disrespect me, and one, you don't address it. Oh, facts. I'm gone. Like, I'm not entertaining that. I don't need that type of energy in my life, especially with everything I have going on. So, exactly, I'm out. But if you guys have been together for years, let's say, it's less likely because you have more invested with that individual for you to just up and leave like that. That's why a lot of people don't get divorced after they've been married past 20 years. Excuse me. But yeah, I just think it depends on time frame.
Hmm.
Okay.
But
I will.
it definitely could. Definitely could.
I will second
Because
that.
I'm the type of person that you're not gonna like me if your family disrespect me because I'm gonna check them myself if you don't do it. So it definitely can affect that. I'm gonna give you
Oh,
the opportunity to do it first, though. You know, out of respect. But I'm
yeah.
just thinking.
So I think I will echo most of that, but I think it depends on what family member it is and your relationship with that family member. Because I had one of my exes, like her mom loved me, her like that, everything was fine, dad was cool. The main thing was she just had this really really annoying sister, but the thing is she wasn't really close with that sister either. So of course, so it's like we kind of bonded on that, and it didn't matter, right? But then if I go over like and mom's heavily invested into her and and everything else, and then mom's always there, like especially like in the beginning, and it's just acting a fool, then like I don't need to deal with it
Oh God.
because I got better things to do with my life and my time, like going to the gym. So
Oh,
oh, God.
Okay.
uh, yeah. No, but bro, I agree with that, bro. Like, shit, man.
Boy, you
Yeah,
sound like
I
you
admit,
got some testimony over there. God dang.
no, nah, man, because it was just like, man, like I went to the house, man. So this the wildest one. I went to the house. There was a gun on the counter. Like that's how it started off. It was a gun on the counter. Like there was dudes in there, like her cousins, like brother, they was in there. You know what I'm saying? They was smoking weed and playing dice and
You
shit.
date
Like
ratchet chicks.
I was dating a chick and
Yeah,
she was
that's your
ratchet.
fault, bro. That's
In
your
Back
fault.
then,
Arkansas?
hey, look. I had a phase, okay? I had a
You was in
phase, okay?
Arkansas?
Huh? This no. This wasn't Arkansas. This is California.
Okay.
This is California.
I was like,
This is
whoa.
California. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Boy,
I
you
thought
hit
she
the
was.
road hood. You gone.
No, but look. So how I met her versus how our family was, like I thought she was a bit more respectable just because of her job. You know what I'm saying? Like she was a secretary. She looked all nice and presentable and shit. But when I got to the crib and the family house, I was like, yeah, yo. Um. Anyway, yeah, like it was bad, man. You know what I'm saying? The mom was smoking Camels or Newports, whatever it was. I'm like, hey, this ain't my type of vibe. Like I sat there for like a good little minute. You know what I'm saying? They offered me some Crown, so I took the cup.
Of course,
I took the cup. I mean, they offered me a drink.
Smooth,
I was
man.
like,
Come
all right.
on.
of course, Of course, they had Crown. This sounds like the kind of family that would have Crown.
That offered me a drink. I was like, all right, I'll take it. I'll take the drink.
Oh lordy, lordy,
I'll
lordy.
take the drink. So I chilled out for
It
a
wasn't
while.
a
And
Crown
then I was
apple
like,
either. It was
I
a
said,
regular
hey,
Crown.
I
wasn't
gotta
it?
go. Like I looked at her, I was like, hey, I gotta go. Like, you know what I'm saying? We weren't even at the phase where I was like, baby, I gotta go. We were at I gotta go. And I just didn't speak to her again after that. Like I just
So
didn't. Like that was nerve-wracking for me because they was talking about killing somebody in there, and I was just thinking like I'm new here. I could be the guy.
what? This sounds like a movie. What?
No, it's not a movie. It's Byron's life.
The truth's better.
I know. I
Um,
know. At that point, I really, really like based off of where you live, determined where I would date you in California. Just straight off rip. Like if you live in San Bernardino, I'm not dating you. Like
That's
just off
section on the
rip.
list.
yeah.
There's certain
So
people in-
my
I'm sorry, but if you live in San Bernardino, like all of that
Hey,
is the
start trying to
hood.
talk and y'all keep talking.
yeah. Thank
Oh.
you. Thank you.
Damn.
There you go. You got the flow.
I was gonna say my answer is yes too. Yeah, I have an example. One of
Mhm.
my ex's mothers was like jealous of me. It was really weird. So if she got me a Valentine's if he got me a Valentine's present, she would call him and be like, "Oh, why you didn't get me a Valentine's present?" It was just really it was very strange. And I mean, this was like my college boyfriend. So we were together for like 5 years, but all throughout the relationship, every time she would make these snarky remarks, in the back of my head, I would just be like, "How is it going to be if like we ever, progress to something more serious? How is she going to? Is she going to get worse?" Like it was just really, really strange. So
Yeah.
that
She
just
loved
would have
that
been an
son
issue.
too much.
But
Yeah, I
it
had
was
something
it
to say on
wasn't
that.
it was very like, but it was very blatant too. She was like, and she was saying in front of me too. We'd be at the house. Oh, well, I didn't get a present. Like it's just.
Was he a mama's boy?
Yeah.
Yes,
Was
he was
he
a
a
mama's
mama's
boy.
Oh yeah,
See,
that's,
she
that's
loved her
right
son a
right
little
there.
too much, man.
No, so there was this thing. I was watching this interview or like this discussion, and they call it parental emotional incest. Is where like the mothers, if they are single mothers, they will make their sons the father of the household, and they will be dependent on their sons almost as if they are in relationships with their children. And that's why it's called emotional
This was a
incest. So,
2-parent house. He came from the 2-parent household. She had a husband, which was weird.
yeah, which is
Her husband used to flirt with me. It was very weird. His
They
parents
was
together.
wild.
Was just like,
They was, what kind
and
of
then he
porno
be
was you in?
so then when we broke up. His dad used to comment on my pictures like flirting me and stuff. I had to block his dad. I had to block his dad after we broke up.
See,
It was weird.
no,
Very
It's
weird.
like that weird uncle. Hey, that's your nephew.
Yeah.
That's your nephew.
Hey.
yeah,
You look good, nephew.
yeah.
When I
This
used to
was the
come
dad.
around
He's
for
like, where you be at?
when I used to come around for like the holidays and stuff, he'd be sitting there in front of me like, "Man, you scored a good one here." Like I was like, "Why?
You know,
This is
it's okay
weird."
if you say it once.
ugly?
Now he was gonna leave the
I'm
mama
just
for
trying to figure
you.
it out. Was the mama ugly?
Maybe that's why she was jealous. I don't know.
That's probably why.
Mama
Most
was
definitely
ugly.
probably why.
Yeah, I'm glad that
That's
ended.
crazy.
That would have been real awkward.
Did you ask a question, Smooth?
Smooth answered.
Yeah, he answered.
No, I thought he asked the question. Look, he asked the question.
No.
So
Mariah,
I mean, so I'm dealing with something like this, but in the opposite, it's like, can your family member's significant other makes you not want to deal with them? So like my grandfather's wife, I just don't like her. Yeah, my grandfather's wife. Like, can your family member's significant other make you not want to deal with them?
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay. Okay.
I had to think
I'm
of
like,
that.
I was like, what in the devil?
How old is this woman? If you don't mind me asking.
My grandfather's in the 60s, so she has to be either in her 50s or her 60s also. But
Right, how old
she's
are
jealous
you?
of me. I'm 26. Yeah,
Your
my
grandfather's
family's
in his
young.
what?
In his 60s, yeah. Yeah, my family's
Okay,
young.
89.
Yeah, my great grandmother, she just passed away and she was 89. So yeah, my
Wow,
family's
that
young.
is young. That is young.
Yeah. But no, yeah, she's jealous of me, and it's odd. I don't even understand. Like, why are you jealous of your granddaughter? But anyway, it just made we had a fallout last week when I went down there, and it made me feel like I didn't even want to deal with my grandfather because of her. So
Wait, is she your actual grandmother?
no, she's my
Step-grandmother.
step grandmother. Yeah, step grandmother. She's weird. It's real weird.
Oh man.
What type of person is she? Well, never mind.
So-
Oh, see, that, okay.
I know, right? I know, right? 'Cause
That
I
that's
feel like
it.
it's important for me to put emphasis on her race. So she's Hispanic, and I feel like
Okay.
Hispanic women are yeah. I feel like once I said that, y'all understand, right? So she's very
So I said
possessive,
because I grew up in a Hispanic like town, like 50-50 black, 50-50 Hispanic. So
Oh.
I can
okay. So
understand
do
how
you understand?
Mhm.
Hispanic women
yeah.
are completely different. So yeah.
Yeah. She's
That's a whole
really
nother.
really different. Like I came home after I got
And not
in
in a
my
bad way.
appointment.
So that just so I can put that up.
Yeah, no, it's not negative. I mean, they're just different.
I'll date
They're
them.
just different. I bet you would.
I'm not
That's
surprised.
a good question.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but
Wait,
yeah.
Trying to be funny
Wait,
here.
Smooth. Did you just say you'll date a Hispanic grandmother?
No, I said just Hispanic women, man. I'm talking
Hispanic
about
women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said a grandma.
hey, I'm going to the nursing home like, hey, baby, you know what I'm saying? Put me on your life insurance.
Take me out to dinner.
Hey. Elderly woman comes up missing.
Oh my God. Hey, Celine.
Man, let her finish her story. She wasn't done.
Oh, Mariah wasn't done. My bad. Shit.
It's
My
fine.
fault.
It's fine.
My fault.
No, it's fine. No. When I came back home, I was like, I'm gonna cook, right? Because I haven't cooked for my family in a minute, and I just surprised them. I came home with groceries, and I was like, hey, what time does my papa get off work? I want to like make dinner. And she gave me this look like, you cooking for my man? And then instead of her like being
That's so weird to me because in Hispanic households, that's normal.
Well,
yeah, so she was like, you cooking for my, like, she didn't say that, but the look that she gave me. So then she started asking like proper questions, like, did your grandfather tell you to cook? Like,
What?
and
Oh,
she's
she
like, what made
questioned
you
her own
want to
cooking.
cook?
That's kind of
Okay.
creepy.
Question her own cooking.
Can I
So
interject?
then, huh?
Is she, because you said she's Hispanic, is she a Mexican or Salvadorian or?
She's Mexican.
Okay, so
She's
keep
what
on
again?
going. But I have a similar, not with me, but I've oversaw it, and it's kind of a similar thing. So go ahead.
Yeah, so she was like, did your grandfather tell you to cook? And I was just like, no. So then at this point, I'm starting to get frustrated because I hate being asked a bunch of questions. Like she kept like she was leaving and coming back, right? So then I just asked her because she started frustrating me. So I started becoming extremely polite. I was like, no, ma'am, and all this and all that. And she was like,
you
ma'am,
were
you're
petty.
getting real formal. No, I wasn't. I shouldn't have said it that way. I was literally saying, I was telling her like, no, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
And then she was like, why are you being so formal? And I was like, well, I was like, you are starting to frustrate me, and I don't want you to feel like I'm disrespecting you, but you're making me angry. And she was like, well, I just think you just had an attitude since you came back home. And I was like, I didn't even she was like, well, how did you know that I wasn't going to cook today? And I was like, well, were you?
Oh,
And
my
she said
Lord,
no. She said no. And I was like, well, what's the issue? So like we was going back and forth. And since then, like our relationship has just been going downhill. But honestly, I think she's just miserable and she just want to take it out on somebody else.
One, my
Mm-hmm.
ex, she went to go see her dad in Mexico, and of course her dad remarried, and she kind of had that same experience with I guess for all intents and purposes her new stepmom like that too, and I think it's just a cultural thing that especially after they divorce, they feel like they have to be in control of everything. And I think that's the and that's kind of like the main thing. I probably need to get her on here so she can explain it. She can explain it better.
Yeah.
But
Then
but Smooth met her before, so so and it's just something that's kind of different from her, and that's where she kind of has that disconnect with her family, as well too, because her mom is really, and it's like her biological mom is really like wants to control everything. Because even like when we started dating, it was like it has to be done this, and she's like, you don't live with us, you're not here, you're not this, you don't know what he wants. Because even like the first thing, like when we started dating, it was, well, if he wants a kid and you don't want one, don't waste his time. And she was trying to say like this is how you have to live your life. And I think, and then what it seems like now her stepmom, since she's replacing, you know, new mom and everything else in life, they're always worried about like an old attachment is like a message from, you know, the actual mom, you know, like the prior wife and everything. So they feel like they have to control, and they take it like that.
It's a
like
child.
I really like I have to go. I probably have to get her on to explain it to you better. But it is like a cultural thing. But that's literally like what it is. Since you're part of the old guard, and you're doing something nice, it's like something like she's not doing something right.
Okay.
Yeah. So when my brother was stationed in Tokyo, he had a Japanese girlfriend, and I went to visit him. And I decided to do the same thing. I was like, I'm going to make breakfast, because she made all the meals every single day. And I made breakfast and I left. And apparently they got into a huge argument, because she was like, why does your sister cook breakfast? And he was like, they're just very territorial, jealous woman in nature. So
right, which is odd to me. It was really strange, but yeah, she's really jealous of my grandfather, like in our relationship, because like my mom passed away, so my grandfather doesn't look at me like a granddaughter. Like I am like he's like, you know, his second time around being a father. So we just have a different relationship, and she just does not like it.
Well, yeah, because like I said, it's different, and kind of what Char said too. Like they take their role. It's not even about being territorial or jealous like that. They just they take their role. That's their job. And then when someone else does their job, they're like, it's like, what am I not doing right? Or it's like you're trying to highlight what they can't do.
So
right,
what do you think fixes that like problem? Do you think it's communication, or like what?
I think communication. But go ahead, Mariah.
It's ingrained in them.
I don't have an answer, because this is something that just recently happened to me last week, and my solution is not healthy. I'm cutting myself off. I
think communication is a big one, but then it's still, but then you have to have the understanding on both sides. But and sometimes like Mariah's saying like, hey, I'm cutting myself off, but sometimes that's what the other people do, because if they're passive aggressive about it too, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, they're essentially doing the same thing. And so I can see why people don't want to deal with it as well.
Yeah, and she's not a good communicator, as you see. She was trying to pick an argument with me about me cooking, and she was saying, well, how did you know I wasn't cooking? But then she said she wasn't. So I'm like, well, now you want to argue about something that you're not going to do. I'm not going to go back and forth with you on something idiotic like that. But yeah, she's a poor communicator. I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah, typically people like that, they're set in their ways and they're not changing, unfortunately.
Yeah. So,
what about Celine now?
Celine is
I don't think she's here.
I was making sure because last time someone called Celine and like, wait a minute, I'm not done. So
no, I called Celine. Celine's
okay. My mind is in the gutter. Like when you said, go ahead.
Tacos, baby boy. I know.
My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Smooth.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Next question.
So
the answer is no, but go ahead.
This is the next and last question. No, we're not talking about those Rams.
No, my dog like jumped on the couch, and it's like she like dropped something off, but it was really, really weird. But I'm like, there's nothing on the couch for her to drop off. Like,
okay.
No, it's like because you know when
pets jump a lot of awkward moments on this episode.
No, because you know, like when pets jump up on something and they knock something over. Well, she knocked something over, but I'm like, what do you knock over? Because there's like nothing there. So
I thought you were saying like.
Next question. Ready for the next question?